Hello and welcome back to another episode of Second BLOD. Merry Christmas to everyone, Happy New Year. I'm so glad to be back. We've had a bit of time off, so we've built up quite a collection of consoles that need to be fixed. I think there's 3 Series X Xboxes and I think 4 PS5s or 5 PS5s, something like that. It's a lot to get through, so hopefully there'll be a fair few videos uploaded in the coming weeks. So please don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, turn on the bell, keep updated. But for today, let's get into it. Today we're looking at a PS5. I believe it's a no power. So we'll go over to the overhead and we will check that. I'm just going to turn that off. Alright, so yeah, I believe it's a no power. So first things first, we're just going to plug it in. And we do hear a crackle. It's not a good thing really, that means the power supply is most likely working. Oh, we got a beep. And shut down. Okay, so it's not a no power. It's a beep on, beep off. Interesting. Well, in that case, I guess what we will do first is probably run oh, okay. Been open before. That's not good. We're missing screws everywhere. That's not good. Pretty sure that's the wrong screw. That is also the wrong screw. Oh my god. That's the wrong screw, and that's the wrong screw. Not a single one of these screws is in the right spot. Oh god. I don't even want to know what we're going to find, honestly. I'm so scared right now. Okay. Doesn't look like UART has been done. So that's probably a good thing, if anything. Actually, it looks relatively clean in here. Maybe they took the cover off to clean it out or something and never went any further than that, hopefully. Although there is a torn sticker there, but that doesn't mean much. All the others are still intact, which is good. And for someone who doesn't know where to put the right screws, I can't imagine they'd be getting these off without damaging them. So I'm hoping they haven't gone any further. Before I do go any further, I might just UART it straight away actually. Okay, so we're attached there. Zoom back out again. I'll put our UART display up here. There it is. So I'm just going to plug a reader in. Plug our console in. Okay. And what are we getting? Bunch of unknowns. Check MOSFETs. So what we'll do is we'll tear this down and we'll check for shorts around those MOSFETs. A little bit of a dry spot on the APU, not too bad, I've seen worse. But we'll sort that anyway. Alright. So, we have 2 sets of MOSFETs, one down here and one up here. So I'll bring the meter in and we'll just check for some shorts real quick. So, do we have a short here? Nope, that's climbing, that's fine. And what about here? we do have a short up here. Alright, let's go under the scope so you can see better what I'm talking about. So most likely it's going to be one of these 4 caps here. That's where we're reading the short. Now, can we see anything obvious? That one on the end might have a crack. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a bit of a line through there. There you go, there's a crack in that capacitor. So I'm going to quickly pop that off, and we'll see if our short's gone. Alright. So, is that cap shorted? No. We are still shorted here. That cap is not shorted. I am very surprised, honestly. Let's have another closer look. It definitely looks like it has a crack in it. The others look okay from what I can see. Okay, interesting. Alright, so what we might do is just inject voltage and have a look at it under the thermal cam. So, if I add the thermal camera in here. Okay. So that's that. We've got our macro lens on so we can see clearly. See, the area is a little bit warm. I'm taking that cap off, but that should be okay. I'll take the macro lens off just so we don't have to be in the shot. Alright, let me set up my voltage injection. I think we'll inject maybe 0.8 volts, something like that. Should be enough. If it's just a cap. Okay. Let's see what we can see. Looks like it's the second cap in. Put that macro lens back on so we can see clearer. Definitely that second cap. Okay. And that is the power of voltage injection and a thermal camera. God, I love it. It does make life so easy. So, what we'll do, while we've got this cap already off, we'll quickly measure that. That way we don't need to bring in a donor board. We can just grab a brand new one. I'm guessing it's going to be probably like a 10 microfarad or something like that. So we'll just measure across here. Reading is at 20 microfarad. It doesn't seem right. Maybe because it's still partly in circuit. Alright, let's get that out of circuit entirely. And this is the bad one. Can't see any cracks, can't see any discoloration, so yeah, sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes the problem just isn't visible. So let's measure that now. And we should hear a beep right about now. There we go. So that one is going to get yeeted to the 9th dimension. Let's bring this one back in and see if we can get a more accurate measurement on it. Personally, I think it should be around a 10 microfarad, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So let's see if we can get a reading. If not, we probably should be able to just grab it off a data board, I think. Definitely reading is a 20 microfarad. Alright, so we'll put that one back on and we'll just grab one off a data board, I think. Lovely, so now we'll check again for shorts. We shouldn't have any this time. So just checking here, and no shorts, lovely. So we should be good to go. Okay, so we've sorted out the liquid metal, we've got it back together enough to be able to test it. So what I'm going to do first of all is plug it back into UR and power the console back on. I'll just quickly show you what we're doing here. So we're going to clear the error codes. So now there should be no error codes. Lovely. We can disconnect this. And we're going to try and power it on. So I'll just quickly get rid of that. Make sure you can see the light. Terrible timing for that to happen, but anyway, there we go, we're staying on. See if we get a blue light, see if we get a display. And look at that, we've got a white light. Do we have a display? No. That could be due to HDCP or the fact that it needs to rebuild database. There we go, we do have a display. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see it on here or not, because I think I'll have to disable HDCP first, so you won't be able to see it on here just yet. But I can disable HDCP and then I can show you that we're working. I'm trying to be quick with this because I haven't got a fan connected and we don't want to overheat anything. But you should be able to see it there. There you go. All fixed. Just my multimeter beeping. Lovely. So it is fixed. It is working. So we'll have to give it a reset, finish putting it all back together, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's a fix. So in the end, it was just a shorted cap, tiniest little cap, costs less than a cent. You can buy thousands of them for a couple of bucks. so cheap, and that's all it took to brick this console. Basically, it was not usable in the state it was, and now, thanks to a quick swap of a part, thermal camera, and some knowledge, this console will be ready to sell and hopefully make a nice profit. I paid $200 for this console, so with a bit of luck, I should pretty much double my money, and maybe I might have to add a controller to it, and that might yield me an extra $50 even. So, yeah, happy days. Once again, Happy New Year to everybody. Merry Christmas, and please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, bell notifications, all that sort of stuff, so you see the future videos. We've got a lot coming up. If you have any suggestions, anything like that, leave it in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.